Imagine, the mid-1950s. A young, ambitious actor sits in a small dressing room on the set of another low-budget B-movie about mutant tarantulas. His career is barely alive, he has to dig through manholes for a single shot, and most directors see him only as a pretty face with no particular talent. He has just been reprimanded for moving too much and speaking too quietly on set, and his agent advises him to start looking for a normal job. And this man, whom Hollywood had almost written off, this actor who seemed destined for eternal oblivion, would become not just a star, but a living legend, one of the most influential filmmakers of all time. He is Clint Eastwood. His path to the top is a story of desperate aspiration, unbreakable will, and an astonishing transformation that shocked the world. This is a narrative of how one underdog silenced Hollywood and forced it to acknowledge him as a genius who changed the rules of the game. Clint Eastwood's life didn't begin in the glamour of Hollywood, but in the harsh realities of the Great Depression. He was born on May 31, 1930, in San Francisco, California. His father, Clint Eastwood Sr., was a laborer, and his mother, Ruth Wood, a homemaker. The family constantly moved in search of work, meaning young Clint never had a permanent home or friends. This early life, full of instability, shaped his independent, somewhat detached character. Young Eastwood wasn't a model student and didn't show much academic aptitude. He enjoyed sports, especially basketball, and had a knack for music, playing the piano. After high school, he tried countless temporary jobs. Lifeguard, newspaper delivery boy, clerk, lumberjack, even working in a steel mill. These years of physical labor and constant relocation hardened him, giving him that tough, hardworking nature that would later become his trademark on screen. His military service during the Korean War, though he never saw combat, also influenced his development. After being discharged, he coincidentally met actor David Janssen, who noticed his unique appearance and recommended he try acting. This encounter became the catalyst for his destiny. The beginning of Eastwood's acting career was incredibly difficult. He signed a contract with Universal Studios in 1954, but his first roles were minuscule. His talent was criticized for his timid voice and unconfident facial expressions, and Universal itself terminated the contract due to his lack of acting potential. This was a serious blow, but he continued to take acting lessons, working odd jobs to make ends meet. Meeting actor and coach Sonny Tufts helped him develop his unique style, minimal words, maximum action, a focused gaze that spoke more than any line. This style was completely contrary to what theater schools taught, but it became the key to his future success. The real turning point in Clint Eastwood's career came in the early 1960s when his agent contacted the then little-known Italian director Sergio Leone. Leone was looking for an actor for the lead role in his Spanish-shot western, which was intended to be unlike traditional American westerns. He saw in Eastwood, with his lean physique, brooding gaze, and impassive face, the ideal embodiment of a new type of hero, the man with no name. Eastwood, disillusioned with his Hollywood prospects, agreed to the role for a meager fee. Thus was born A Fistful of Dollars, 1964, the first part of the iconic Dollars trilogy. Eastwood himself came up with his iconic look, a poncho, a cigar, a hat, a squinting gaze, reducing his dialogue to a minimum. This style, known as Eastwood stoicism, was revolutionary. A Fistful of Dollars, followed by For a Few Dollars More, 1965, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 1966, became global hits, revolutionizing the Western genre, and Clint Eastwood instantly became an international star. Despite his global fame, Clint Eastwood's return to Hollywood was not easy. American studios were initially reluctant to acknowledge his success. However, he didn't give up. He founded his own production company, Malpaso Productions, in 1967, which gave him control over his projects, a step that was extremely rare for actors at the time. This decision proved prophetic. His first major success in the USA was the film Dirty Harry, 1971, directed by Don Siegel. The role of the uncompromising Inspector Harry Callahan made Eastwood an action genre icon. The film caused controversy, but it became a box office hit and spawned a series of sequels. The Dirty Harry image was forever associated with Eastwood, cementing his role as a lone, tough man who played by his own rules. Throughout the 1970s, Eastwood continued to star in successful films, but he had much greater ambitions than just acting. The true genius of Clint Eastwood unfolded in his directorial work. He made his directorial debut in 1971 with the psychological thriller Play Misty for Me. This film was successful and demonstrated his ability to create tense and emotional stories. He continued directing, developing a unique style characterized by minimalism, restraint, and an emphasis on characters. His magnum opus in directing came in 1992 when he directed and starred in the western Unforgiven. This film was a profound reflection on violence and morality, winning 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director for Eastwood himself. This was a triumphant recognition, forever eclipsing the label of action actor. After Unforgiven, he continued to direct acclaimed films such as The Bridges of Madison County, 1995, Mystic River, 2003, $1 Million Baby, 2004, which earned him 2 more Oscars, Gran Torino, 2008, and American Sniper, 2014. His ability to combine deep, introverted calm with sudden, explosive bursts of emotion made him unique. It was this unpredictability, this fire within, that always drew audiences to his characters, regardless of their moral essence. He didn't just play roles, he lived them, immersing himself in their core to such an extent that the line between actor and character almost disappeared. This required immense personal sacrifice, and Eastwood himself often admitted that some roles left a deep imprint on his psyche. However, it was this willingness to give himself completely to each role that allowed him to create unforgettable characters that continue to resonate with millions, influencing subsequent generations of actors. Off-screen, Clint Eastwood is known for his penchant for privacy. He rarely gives interviews and leads a rather secluded life, protecting his personal space from intrusive press attention. This, perhaps, is part of his method to preserve emotional depth for his roles. Although he has never been married, he has 3 children from different relationships. He has always emphasized that his children are the greatest treasure in his life. Despite all his fame, he remained faithful to his theatrical roots, occasionally returning to the Broadway stage, where his passion for acting never fades. For him, theater is not just a job, but a true calling, a place where he can feel an immediate connection with the audience and truly unleash his energy. This has allowed him to maintain a high level of acting skill, despite the changing trends of Hollywood. Another equally significant aspect of the Clint Eastwood phenomenon is his economic and time management in filmmaking. He is known for working incredibly quickly, efficiently, and within budget. This reputation allowed him to make as many films as he wanted because studios trusted him with funds, knowing he wouldn't exceed the budget and would deliver the project on time. He rarely does more than 1 or 2 takes, trusting the actor's intuition and his own. This approach became an example for many independent directors, demonstrating that creating quality cinema doesn't always require huge budgets and endless filming. Many of his films, even Oscar-winning ones, were made in record time, which is a testament to his exceptional discipline and vision. Furthermore, Eastwood is known for his ability to find and develop talent. He often works with the same crew members, creating an atmosphere of trust and mutual understanding on set. He always encourages actors to improvise, allowing them to truly live in their roles. His influence on the film industry extends beyond just his acting and directing, it also encompasses how he changed the very paradigm of filmmaking, from star dictates to authorial control. Clint Eastwood is a unique phenomenon in Hollywood. He is one of the few who has successfully combined an acting career with a directing career, achieving the highest accolades in both fields. His films often explore themes of justice, morality, loneliness, and redemption. He created a type of hero, silent, independent, often with inner conflict, that became his trademark. His work is not limited to films. He is also a renowned composer and pianist, often writing music for his films. He is also active in politics, expressing his conservative views. Despite his venerable age, he is over 90. Clint Eastwood continues to work, directing and acting in films, demonstrating incredible productivity and passion for cinema. Each of his new projects is awaited with great interest. His journey from an actor who was almost written off for lack of talent to a four-time Academy Award winner and a living cinema classic is a vivid example of how an unbreakable will, self-belief, and an uncompromising approach to art can overcome any obstacles. Clint Eastwood doesn't just make films. He creates a legacy that will inspire future generations of filmmakers. His story is a constant reminder that true talent never fades, but only burns brighter if given a chance. He proved that the loudest voice can be the quietest, and the greatest strength lies in restraint. And that's why millions love him.